So their algorithm or whatever you want to call it is definitely getting better. Let's see here. How do we bring? Let's see. I'm gonna. This is cool. This is freaking cool. How cool is this technology? What's up, TJ? Thanks for joining our little live here today. Oh, there you are. Jen, you're so skinny. Look at your face.
Is
Look at
it?
your oh, look at your yes. Look at
Okay.
you.
How are you?
I
I
know you're
haven't seen
never
you in
gonna
a while.
I know you're never gonna brag about yourself, so I'll do it for you. Look at how much progress you're making. It's so cool. She's lost like over 60 pounds, people. And what's so cool is she's not even showing any signs of slowing. And what's even more important than that is that you are just, I'm not gonna use any profanity, but you are just freaking alive in your life.
Yeah, I think so. I really do. So it's the key player, the get lost navigator. It's all combined, and it's amazing. It
Yeah.
is.
What are you up to? What's going on? What's good? This is kind of, do you want, I think we should do these more often. We could, like I don't mind doing longer Facebook lives.
No, it's long. What's in over an hour?
If probably look, and people could jump on and like take 5 minutes of it and jump off, but like, and some of them will be short, but like, I mean, I don't know. Some of them will be long.
Yeah.
So anyway, Ingrid, oh, that's wonderful. Freaking alive. Yes, freaking alive, Carolyn. Um, anyway, what are you up to?
It's a snow day. It's supposed to snow 8 inches, 9 inches. Schools are closed.
Nice.
So just hanging out with the teenager. Yeah.
Hanging out with the teenager.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's good. It's a fun day. Things have turned around. The energy is good at home, so it's good.
Good. Well, that sounds great.
Yes.
You
Are you
jumped
going
on
to share?
earlier and then you had to jump off to do something and then you came back on and I was still here yakking.
Yeah, I'm working. I'm taking an early lunch break to listen. So
Cool. Cool. Cool.
yeah. So are you going to share your thoughts at Funnel Hack? Like you're in there, you're inspired, and you're gonna go live and give us 5 minutes of why you're so inspired. Would you share
Probably.
that with them?
Probably. Yeah. I mean, why not? Yeah. Yeah, I will. Yeah, of course I will. I might go more than 5 minutes. Like, yeah, for sure. I mean, I'll tell you some thoughts right now. Uh, if you aren't building a funnel and taking it seriously, your brand, then what the heck are you doing? Like seriously, not you, Jen, but like, because I know you're building a brand. It's called Key Player. You're like the behind the scenes maestro who's like pulling the strings behind the curtain and stuff, like with Key Player. But like everybody out there, why aren't you building a brand? You are building a brand. If you're not building a brand, you're probably not going to love what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. But like, build a brand, build a funnel, test it, put it up there, start sending people through it, figure it out, because it's funnels are here to stay. Internet marketing, like branding, it's like, as these platforms open up the power to the to the everyday normal person like you and me,
Mhm.
um, the power is shifting from these big companies to just you and me. We have Facebook, we have Instagram, we have all these cool platforms. Like, take advantage of it. It's free. So anyway, that's the inspiration, like insight that I have right now. I kind of already said that today, but I'm sure there's going to be more things that I get.
Yeah.
I was telling people on here, I'm not on here to like, I'm not going to funnel hacking to like learn some hidden secret that I don't know.
Mhm.
We already have the information that we need.
Yeah.
But I
Mhm.
love being around the energy of other people who are committed to empowering themselves and inspiring and and inspiring people. So I'll probably be going to events like this for the rest of my life, and maybe even not maybe I'll be throwing events like this and building my own thing.
There you go.
So Jen's the one,
Awesome.
everybody, who, when you see that cool picture of Key Player that's red and it has the cool branding on it, she's the one who designed that. Like, you are. You're the one who
Yeah.
originally sent me that original, remember? And we just
Mm-hmm.
tweaked it and stuff. And now I feel like it's just,
Close. It's so close.
what's going on, Allie? I saw you just jump on. Good to see
Well,
you.
here, let me say goodbye and let
Okay.
somebody else pop in and have an opportunity to talk with you.
Okay. If someone, okay, that's cool. And do you do that on your end then?
I don't know. I think so. Let me hit the X.
All right.
I don't know.
Okay. Anybody else that wants to jump on here for a second and say hi, um, just comment on there and say, I'll come on live and then I'll bring you on. Jen, you will be fabulous no matter what you do. Yeah, of course. Ingrid, I did it all. You're skiving, Jen Walter, skiving, Jen Walter. I'm not sure what that means, Carolyn. Let's see here. Where are you both? Okay, so I'm over in Nashville. Jen's over in Minnesota somewhere in the snow. And yeah, so look, you know, get I'll share something really quick too. I was just sharing this with a friend, and I'll give you like a 2 hour. I'll save you like 2 hours right now by bringing it down, telling the story in like a 5 minute version. It's the story of Steve Hardison and Deuce Lutui, and the lesson here is it's all about personal internal commitment. And the story is here's what happened. This guy, and this the reason I'm telling you this is because when we cultivate a deep sense of love for somebody and our heart just they just own our heart, we'll do anything to help them get out of their disempowered um, view or their disempowered approach to whatever they're dealing with. We come up with ideas and we have insights and ideas of things that we can do, and we'll do things to get them to see something that nobody else would have been able to get them to see. But and the source of that ability is it's not just our skill, although there's certainly good communication skills that you'll always want to be like honing, but it's our love. It's that deep desire to help. Where we have so much love for them that we don't even care what they think of us, and we're just so committed. And this is what Steve Hardison does better than anybody else that I've ever known. He is more committed to I've never seen another human being more committed to another human being than Steve Hardison. And there's this video on YouTube. It's like 2 hours long. TBOLIT NFL. Search it. But if you want to save yourself the 2 hours, I'm gonna give you the 5 minute version right here because I was sharing it with a friend yesterday, and I was getting inspired by my own regurgitation of this story. So I'm going to share it with you. He said and who he works with is like professional athletes and like really highly committed people. And so he had someone come over to his house and ask him for some help, and it was this big Polynesian guy named Deuce Lutui. Deuce is a friend of mine now, but he was like, "Hey, will you help me?" So they sat on the couch, and as they got visiting and Deuce opened up to him, he said, man, after like an hour or two with this guy, I was just so in love with this guy. He owns my heart. That's what he said. He owns my heart at this point. And so they went out into the office, which is very sacred space for miracles to happen for Steve. It's a designated space for the purpose of creating these miracles and helping people look and see who they really are. And he has no plans. He's just like, they go into this space and Steve does his thing, and whatever happens, happens. And you can't really predict what it's going to be. Well, this was a crazy thing that happened because Deuce, they talked for another hour in there, and he's just like, okay, I know. Steve said, all right, here's what I'm going to do. And we only have like 10 more minutes before my next appointment. Um, Yeah, my pleasure, Jen. My pleasure. Steve Hardison is amazing. He is the magic man, and it's my pleasure to introduce him to you. But anyway, Deuce was like, or Steve asked him, he's like, Deuce, who's the best offensive lineman in the NFL? And Deuce didn't even know what to say, because Deuce saw himself still as like the Lindsay Lohan of the Arizona Cardinals at that point. And so he's like, I don't know. And he just kind of hesitated. And Steve was like, all right, good. You already told me. You already let me know. He's like, what do you mean? I didn't answer you. And he goes, no, you did. Your answer was so loud, I could hear it reverberating all across this whole office. And Steve's like, or Deuce is like, you're confusing me. I didn't answer you. What are you talking about? He's like, all right, I'll tell you what. We're going to change the game up. We're going to and look, here's an example of someone being kind and not nice. But he's like, we're going to change the game up, Deuce. Here's how this is gonna go. We're gonna switch positions. I'm gonna be you, you're gonna be me. And I'm gonna ask you, or you're gonna ask me that question. And you remember who I'm gonna be? Good. And you remember, don't do it now, wait till we say go, and then we'll go back in time. And you ask me that question. You're gonna be Steve, I'm gonna be Deuce. Only difference is I'm actually gonna believe that I am the best offensive lineman in the NFL. So he says, so you're clear what we're going to do? Cool, cool. Okay, here we go. Go ahead, start now. Ask me that question. And Deuce says, who's the best offensive lineman in the NFL? And Steve jumps up out of his chair, grabs this 400-pound big Polynesian dude, grabs him, gets right up in his face, and he says, if you had any idea who I was, you wouldn't ask me such a stupid question. Pushes him down, kicks the chair out of the way, and he says, listen! I am Deuce Lutui, and I am the best offensive lineman in the NFL. That's who I am. So if you could hear me, let me tell you what you could do. Bark Starks, Joe Namath, name anybody. He's like, here's the situation. It's 4th down and 1, or it's 4th and goal. We're about to win the game. If we score 1 touchdown, we win the game. And I'm Deuce Lutui, and I am the best offensive lineman in the NFL. So when I go into that huddle, and I know I'm not supposed to talk in the huddle, here's what's going on inside me. Run a ride, 34 search right up my backside. That's a play to the left, right to where the Deuce Latu is blocking. And he's just like intense, right? And he's like, all right, Deuce, we're done. That's all of our time. And Deuce is just like,